Here we are exiting the helix on the La Grande N Scale sub, part 3 at Parry. We're going through CP 285.7 right now, eastbound, and we're pretty much off of the mountain grade for now. Well, on my railroad anyway. The prototype, once it leaves La Grande, must climb Telecasset and go down again, and then it climbs again at Encina, I think it's Encina, and then it comes down into Napa, and the helpers will be taken out at Napa because they're no longer needed for the journey. We're coming along now through Parry itself, and this is the Parry is actually the started double track into La Grande. There's a bunch of motive power is yet to be assigned to the railroad. I'm just now getting around to getting things set up, speed matched and consisted. So, in case you've noticed these little panels on the fascia, they're Tam Valley servo control panels. I've used servos on this railroad instead of tortoises, and I really like them. They're same slow motion, and in my opinion, they're cheaper. I'll just show you one right here. Here's how they're hooked up underneath, and that's a servo. Where is it? There's a servo right there. And they do a fine job. Okay, we're approaching La Grande, West La Grande, where the crew change takes place at the station, and Amtrak makes a flag stop now. I guess they used to make a regular stop, but right now it's a flag stop only. But you come into La Grande, and this is the La Grande yard, the west end of it. It's quite a mess, and now we're coming up to the station. And this is where they change crews. Speed limit through here is 20 miles an hour until you get out of town. The speed on the railroad is 20 miles an hour for the most part, and there's a stretch of 30 miles an hour, but that's beyond where I model. So now you just kind of ease to a stop here at the station. You pause. Usually we pause about 2 minutes, and then you can take off with a new crew. So we've already changed crews, so let's get rolling. We leave the station. And begin our journey on towards Napa. And we're now approaching Lone Tree at CP 295.3. And we'll stay with the train in case you're one of them guys that likes to count cars. We'll just stay right here and watch it. Get my fat finger out of the way. There you are, folks. The golden spike run on the La Grande Sub. In fact, it's going well enough. I'm just going to take a seat and we'll watch it come across into Napa. Even though I've got the sign backwards over here. I'm backwards most of the time anyway. This is my first actual model railroad. I had several Lionel train sets as a child, and as a late teenager I had a 4x8 N scale layout that I enjoyed for a couple of years, but it's been probably 30 years since I did that, and this is my first full-blown model railroad. I've got a young man by the name of Steve Regal, whose YouTube channel is Steve Regal Class 1A. He models the Cascades. He's been helping me finish up my railroad. He's one of the regular operators, along with Lee Hawkins and a couple other guys, Gary and Frank. I can't remember their last names, as well as Chris. And we operate the railroad once a month, and hopefully one of these days we'll get a car cart operation going. Actually, it's pushing a roll of paper towels. This is actually Napa, and that track is so dirty right there. Come on, guys. Where's my switch? Well, sometimes these turnouts don't want to transmit power. So what I'm having to do, I'm going to rip them all out, and I'm going to relay them with number 8 turnouts and do away with these Pico Insel Frog things, because if they don't want to transmit power, there's nothing you can do about it, and I'm just tired of messing with them. At any rate, we'll end this here, because as you can see, the locomotives have got plenty of go on the helix, but they don't want to send power through to the track. So we'll just end it here, and maybe when I relay the staging yard turnouts, we'll do an update on that along with the control panel. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and hope you have a good holiday, Merry Christmas season. Take care.